Hello Thursday here, how's it going? Today's video is something I've been thinking about for a little while now. How are we going to get type Null? We don't know much about this Pokemon, but we know that it was created, we know that Gladian has one, and we know that it evolves by removing its helmet or smashing its helmet when it finds a trainer it deems worthy. But other than that, we really don't know much. So I'm going to break down the possibilities of the way we obtain type Null into two broad categories. Firstly, if there's only one type Null, and if there's more than one. It's possible that there could be more than one type Null, because when you think about it, the artwork where we see Silvally for the first time, it's Silvally and Gladian, or Silvally, however you want to say his name. And if there was only one type Null, we wouldn't be able to obtain it, because evolution isn't reversible, and if Gladian has a Silvally, then we can't have a type Null. So in this case, the only reasonable way that we could both obtain a Silvally is if there's more than one type Null. Also, I'd say it's a reasonable assumption that, seeing as they were able to make one type Null, they probably have the capacity and the equipment or the techniques to be able to make another one if they wanted to. So, assuming there's more than one type Null, it's likely that we'll get it kind of like a legendary encounter, static or roaming. I don't believe that it will just be a wild normal encounter because it's such a powerful Pokemon and its creators probably wouldn't have made so many or just let them roam free. That doesn't make any sense. Alternatively, it could willingly join the team, kind of like Latias and Latios in Boris. Or it's possible that it could be given to you by its creators if they deem you worthy or you're working for them. Although I do believe that it's unlikely that there is more than one. Although, like I said, the artwork can suggest it does. That's just artwork and it's not gameplay footage. We've only seen Gladian and type Null, I believe. If I'm wrong, you have to correct me. But based on the language used on the Pokemon website and the trend for artificially created Pokemon to only exist as a singular unit, mostly because they're legendaries, I believe that there's only one specimen in existence. Although, like I say, the artwork plus the wording is kind of ambiguous and could mean either, and this is a game like no other we've seen before, and therefore it's very possible that they could be breaking the trends. So, now assuming that there's only one type Null. Well, if there's only one type Null, then it belongs to Gladian, and somehow we'll have to swap ownership. It is possible that type Null sees you as worthy and decides to choose you over Gladian. However, this is unlikely due to, like I said, this artwork of Silvally and Gladian existing, and type Null only evolving into Silvally when it finds a trainer it deems worthy, therefore it deems Gladian worthy and probably not going to choose you over him. A slightly more likely possibility is that something happens to Gladian, say he gets kidnapped, injured, or possibly even dies, or he could abandon type Null, leaving it free for you to be able to capture it or obtain it. However, these kind of don't really fit in the themes of a Pokemon game, as death or injury probably isn't going to happen, and abandoning your friend is probably not something. I mean, if he's a villain, it's something he could do, but it's something unlikely to happen. I'd say the most likely is that he gives it to you permanently or lets you borrow it. He could do this to help maybe in a final battle or to beat the Aether Foundation or something like that. And we've seen the possibilities of this being a thing now. In the Sun Moon demo, Kukui lets you borrow a Pikachu. It joins your team like in an RPG. They become your allies, and then afterwards he leaves again. Something like that could happen with type Null. And if this is the case and we get type Null, so a possibility if we're looking at the Pokedex is that we get given type Null by Gladian, and then it evolves into Silvally when it's with us, meaning we get both slots completed in the Pokedex, and then it goes back to Gladian, and we'll explain the artwork with Silvally and Gladian together. Obviously, another possibility is that he's not actually going to be available in the main story of the game, but the fact he's in the Pokedex means he probably will be. However, it could be an event Pokemon afterwards or available post-game, something like that. So I guess we're just going to have to wait and see. So with all that said, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, please go ahead and leave a like, a comment, and I guess subscribe to join the Whipper Nation today. Yeah, that's about it. So leave all your opinions. If you think I missed anything out, go ahead and leave it in the comments below. And with all that said, we're out.